Hello everyone, Mr. Sticky from Mr. Sticky Gaming, and today we're going to be talking about Anna and her abilities and her role in a team fight and on a team. First thing we're going to talk about is her biotic rifle, her long-range rifle. Anna's rifle does about 70 damage every shot, and it takes about less than a second to do that damage. So remember that. If you shoot someone, they're going around a corner, it's going to do about 70 damage, so you can gauge that. On squishier characters, it takes about 3 shots. Even on Tracer, it takes about 3 shots to kill her. Does not... Headshots don't mean anything to Anna. She doesn't get any bonus damage from a headshot, as you can see. So it's really just aim for center mass. Take her out that way. The other thing about a rifle that I should mention is that it can heal your team. It does about 70 points as well in healing. And, I mean, she's a support character. You should be healing your team all the time. I know a lot of people don't play support because they're all about that damage, all about that carry. But it does about 70 points of healing for those of you who love to play healers. And myself included, I do like to play a healer. I'm a team player. Another thing I should mention about her healing ability with her gun is that you cannot heal your allies' turrets, like Torb's turret or Symmetra's turrets or Symmetra's shield gen. Can't heal them. But you can damage enemy turrets. You can shoot them off the walls, just like anyone else. Next thing I want to talk about with Anna is her sleep darts, her left shift. Her sleep darts, probably my favorite ability from Anna. It's a showstopper. You just put someone right to sleep. I mean, they can't do anything in this. They can just watch helplessly as they're on the ground or watch their team die around them. I find it quite funny. Just put someone to sleep in the middle of a fight, especially if they just pulled off an ultimate, and that's probably your best time to get someone to sleep dart. If someone's just about to pull off an ultimate, or they do pull off their ultimate, and you waste it by just putting them to sleep, and they lose it. Or just get a very minimal amount of damage out from it. Their way I would use her sleep dart is if you're running away from an enemy, and you know you won't be able to fight him, but if you can land your sleep dart on him and put him to sleep, you got about 5 seconds to get away from him. It's quite a long time. You can definitely get some distance between you and him. Or get behind your team, your tanks. And he probably won't follow you there, or he will because he's greedy, but in that case you might end up getting a kill from that. Another really good place you could use your sleep dart is with a tank. The tank is blocking for his team. It's a Reinhardt, and people are having trouble getting his shield down, or he's just shielding his team really well. If you can get an angle on him or get behind him and put a good flank with you and a teammate, preferably, and you put the Reinhardt to sleep, well, don't shoot him and deal damage to all his teammates around him now, because he's not going to have any way of protecting them, and you're really just going to gain a really huge bonus from that. You're going to be able to push their damage dealers back, or maybe they kill a couple of their healers. Really kill that Genji that's been annoying you all game because he's been sitting behind their tank or their McCree or something. So yeah, that's a good way to use it. Next thing I should talk about is her her biotic grenade. The biotic grenade is by far, it's really cool, and it's maybe when I started playing Overwatch, I didn't really think Anna was that great of a support. But once I learned her biotic grenade is pretty good. Can be comboed, and I'm going to talk about the combo at the end of this. But yeah, biotic grenade heals allies, and it damages enemies. And let's talk about the effects of the grenade as well. So when you hit an ally with the grenade, they now heal 50% faster than they would normally. While they have that effect on them, they have a little up arrow with the health sign. So So that's pretty good. You can throw that into the middle of your teammates, heal them all full, and really turn a team fight away around that way. Hopefully you're sitting back far enough that you can see what all your health of your team is, and you see a group of your allies. Just throw your little orb in there, your grenade. Sounds like a little glass ball when it hits the ground, so I call it an orb. And just heal them. On enemies, it has a little bit of a different effect on them. You throw it at your enemies, they now cannot be healed. That's what that cross with the health sign is. You cannot be healed by the enemy's mercy or any of their healers. And they don't take extra damage from it, sadly. But it does deal 50 damage on a hit. So if you see a low health enemy, you can just splash him with the orb, kill him quick. Or you see a couple guys in the really far distance, you just throw your orb, hopefully hit them, not like I did there. Maybe a little better than me that way. Good way to turn a fight around. Even if you're just soloing against somebody and you hit them with the orb while you're shooting, they can't be healed now and you can damage them. Deals 50 to them as well. Good way to deal a good, what is that, 70 plus 50? Get 120 damage right there. Pretty good. So, now let's talk about the combo. Your life-saving combo with Ana. And this is going to use both her gun, her orb, and her sleep dart, my favorite ability. So really, let's say you're getting chased by a Genji. And Genji's full health, you're full health. Hopefully you land a shot on him, and you get him down just a little bit of health. So now, I mean, he's still pretty lethal to you. He can deal damage faster than you, and he doesn't have to be quite as accurate. Especially if it's a soldier. I mean, he's got the high rate of fire. He can get you pretty quick. If you can put him to sleep with that damage on him, and get up really close, shoot him, and throw your orb down, that's an insta-kill now that he's taken that damage beforehand. But remember to shoot first, then throw your orb. If you do it the other way, let's say you shoot him first, it's not quite as quick. Put him to sleep, get right over top of him, throw your orb and shoot him. He still has that brief window where he can shoot you. And if he lands his tri-rocket on you, that could be that end of that fight right there. And it also doesn't work that well if they're not damaged. If they're not damaged at all, that won't kill them right away. You will have to shoot them twice after throwing the orb. So just keep that in mind. Last thing I should talk about is her ultimate. And her ultimate is really a good team, good if you combo it with someone, say you're playing with somebody online, and you get them with someone who's really good, you know, close range damage. Because if you hit them with your ultimate, they now take 50% less damage, and they deal 50% more damage. And it lasts for about 8 seconds. So it's pretty good. It can really turn the tide around, say a team fight. It's only 2 of you left, and there's about 4 enemies or so. You can throw that on your Reinhardt on the point, and he can just go at it to his heart content. You can shoot him, heal him, throw your orb in there, heal him more. I mean, he's taking 50% less damage now, and you're healing him. It's like he's not even taking damage. Unless they have a Bastion, of course. Let's just Bastion's a whole nother story. He just melts people. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much Ana's main abilities and how I would use her. Oh, I should talk about how I would use her and what position you should really be in. Ana is not good at close range, because you do not have a spraying mechanic. You're just shooting your gun, kind of a semi-automatic. Not really, it's more bolt action. She's got a cock at each shot. So, yeah, shoot, pretty low rate of fire considering some of the other characters. So you want to stay about mid-range, about this far back, or you want to have some distance in between you and him, so he can't land his shots as accurately either. And being that her gun is extremely accurate, it's pretty good for long range. Maybe it doesn't have the damage that Widowmaker does, but you could, as long as you're good at crouch spamming and shooting, you can definitely kill a Widow like this. She's a pretty good sniper. Plus you're a healer, I mean that's always nice. Good to stay behind your tanks, heal your tanks up when they're taking damage. Say you got a diva that's right in the middle of a fight and you just keep healing her, throwing your orb in there, healing her some more when she gets low. It's going to be pretty hard to get that D.Va out of there now. And it's really going to turn the tide around. A whole bunch of the enemies are going to focus that D.Va now, and your damage dealers can get in there and kill them. So yeah, that's Ana, and I'm going to thank you guys for tuning in and watching this video. There's going to be some clips here I'm going to show at the end of some plays that I made with Ana today. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace!